and who will be making us go through the prompt engineering, prompt writings, and all those things. You may ask questions and feel free to speak the way we speak in Nitaya, as always, that we share ideas, we discuss things, and take it as an educational session as well. And that's it from my side. Over to you, Tej.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm just connecting my laptop with the meeting so that I can do a PPT, and I can come up with a better.
Meanwhile, as we are into Nitaya and it's our what we say, the ritual that we keep on open discussions open. So till Tej connects, we can discuss ourselves how AI, or what are you expecting today in this meeting when you are joining. Any thoughts from anyone? You can unmute yourself and speak up.
So Pragya, basically you were saying कि you feel that new generation is going to teach you some AI. So there's going to be a lot of this feeling. Every day the AI is bringing up new things, and if we are feeling that yeah we want to learn, that's yeah we are the new generation.
That's true, but what we were discussing, Tej was telling me that he did this and he that when I was saying that let me open my notes and start making note making, and he all of a sudden told me that Pragya, there is a tool which can make a note. So it seems like every day there is new thing coming up that you don't know.
Yeah, we have to forget the first old schooling.
Yeah, absolutely. I have hardly, so I was into a diary person, recently transformed into a digital diary person, and now somebody is telling me that you don't need to write it up. There is a tool available who can write it for you.
Yeah, on the next Sunday, I'll definitely share the tool with you people. Okay, for sure.
That's amazing. So this calls us that there is coming up sessions as well on AI. So let's hope that we'll learn a lot from our master trainer, Tej.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Pragya, for this much respect and the platform. Thank you, everyone. My name is Tezz Vaishna, and today, I'm conducting this webinar on the topic called prompt engineering. The idea was suggested initially by the Pragya, and later on, Digvijay also added some values to it. And however, later on, I realized this is something which is really crucial, and we are lacking somewhere in it. So I'm gonna start with the fundamentals of it first. I'll I have just 8 slides, to show, and I believe, I inculcated all my knowledge, all my AI information in these 8 slides only. So first thing first. So what do you think? How does AI tool work? Huh? So basically, there are 5 steps. Again, I want to say, I just took some feedback from few of my friends from the group itself, and and I got surprised and I got really shocked that they were not that much familiar with the AI, and how it is evolving. Every single day, a lot of updates are coming over, a lot of tool are being introduced to the market, and unfortunately we are not familiar. And I believe, if we just get familiar with the tools, it can make our life more easy. So it is very essential for us to get familiar, how does it exactly work. So first, I just divided the entire work in the 5 steps. So the first step is nothing but the tokenization. For instance, what do you generally command, or what you generally type while prompting in an AI tool? Probably Chat GPT or Grok, or maybe the Google Gemini. What generally, for instance, hey, Chat GPT, can you please show me the best Apple product? This is how you basically prompt. Pragya, can we make this session more interactive? Like if someone wants to talk to me, I can respond right away.
Absolutely works for us. So anyone can unmute themselves and speak up whenever they want.
Yep. Uh, for instance, you know, yeah. So I just want to ask, like, how, for instance, I just need to check, which is the best Apple product or the best Android phone available within the budget of 20,000. How are you people going to prompt Chat GPT or the Google app Gemini? What do you what do you say? Like, is there anyone who wants to give some? uh, yeah, Digvijay, please go ahead.
Yeah, I would be defining what does best mean for me. I should also mention price and features so that I can get more precise, and location as well. Best for US might not be best for India. So that is.
Perfect, perfect. Pragya, he was quite straightforward, and she was like the best, the best Apple product available at 20,000. Well, in 20,000 we don't get any Apple product. Well, okay, fine.
Okay, so
So
I want to tell like what my approach is, like what how I practice. I gave the chat GPT the role first and then the problem. Now it's like you are the consultant and I am looking for a like Apple product. So that's how I do.
good one, good one. Impressive, but I believe we can make it better. Huh? Fine. Okay, let's begin with how does it exactly work. I mean, so for instance, you just give a command to the Chat GPT or the Google Gemini that AI helps human. For instance, I gave an example. AI helps human, or probably you can start the same as Pragya mentioned earlier, that the best Apple product within, yeah, in the range of 20,000. I don't know how exactly it get tokenized at the initial stage. So basically there are 5 steps. And first steps, the AI model basically it breaks the sentence into tokens or the small words. Here I gave an example of AI helps human, or maybe in the Pragya's case it could be the best Apple product within 20,000. So we have got 5 or 6 tokens in here. Eventually the initially the AI model it breaks your sentence into tokens, okay? And then what does it do is, as generally the binary language work, I hope like we all are quite familiar with the computer things. Whenever we type something, it get converted into a binary language, but for AI it converted into numerical vector, like this you can see on the screen. So for instance, like for AI it could be like 0.9 or maybe 0.1 or 0.7 and so on. So whenever you give a command to any AI model or tool, it simply tokenize it, and then the tokens get converted to numerical vector, because these AI models does not understand your language, whether you are typing in Hindi or English or any other. So basically what all it understand is the numerical vector, okay? Then it goes to the third step, that is the transformer mechanism. in this particular in this particular, as you can see on the screen, you basically it gives sort of attention to it. Most model what they do is they basically look for all tokens and decide like which information is best or the most important, which they can fetch from the web, which is so ever available over the web. And what they do is they basically focus on the main thing. In the Pragya's case, it would be looking for the Apple, and then Apple product, and then the 20,000. And in this particular situation, it may be thinking about the help, and that will be thinking how AI can help human or human can help AI.
Sorry to interrupt, Anshum. We are not able to see your screen. It's only Google screen available, Google Meet screen.
Okay, okay. Shall I?
Anshum has raised hand and Dipesh as well. Okay.
Are you able to see it now?
No, we are still able to see the Google Meet. Yeah, now we can see your transformer mechanism. That is
Okay,
what.
fine. So I had these 3 slides earlier. Okay, so initially I asked for the, like I told about the tokenization, how it exactly work. I took an example of AI helps human, right? So how what does it do is, like, this AI models simply break your sentence into tokens. Here I gave an example of AI helps human. So what this models do is they simply break all the sentence into words, or you can call it tokens in the language of models. Okay, AI models. So basically they don't call it words, they simply call it tokens, because you can use any word, letter, any special character. So for the AI model, it is nothing more than a token. Okay, so here I took an example of AI helps human. So basically, for this particular sentence, AI has generated three tokens. However, later on, it got embedded, and embedded, basically what it does is it simply converts the words or the tokens into the numerical vector for the better understanding of the model. Since AI does understand the numerical vector language only, like computer understand the binary language. Then there's a third step, that is transfer mechanism. In this particular, what it happens is it basically relates things, like it basically and try to understand and decide which is the most relevant for this particular tokens, right? For instance, if I just simply search, like Pragya told us that she's gonna command her AI model that best Apple product within 20,000 bucks. So probably there are possibilities that some other products, like some other words are also available with the same name. We can consider, like AI can consider apple as a fruit as well. I know, and but when it comes to the product, or at the same time 20,000, AI will guess, maybe if she's asking about the 20,000, maybe she's asking about something else, not the fruit. So this is how it works. Okay, and then fourth step is the prediction. Basically it tries to predict it, basically what should be the next possible word. How she can, like in this particular situation, if I took an example of AI helps human, so it could think that the next word could be the two, since or maybe the, I mean, she can also, like AI also can use this improve or support or assistant word, example, for example. And eventually it comes up with a better, amazing response, and then response generated. Now it's up to us, like whether we are satisfied with the generation, with the results or not. So this is why it happens in these five stages. Now hopefully you all must be familiar how exactly it works. The better you prompt the AI, and the better result will you'll get for sure. So for you, it becomes quite essential to make the AI understand what its job, and what is supposed to be received in the result. So now now uh, now first of all, I'm just going to introduce this prompt, the amazing prompt formula. What I do generally, uh I already took, just give me a sec, huh? Yeah, so I initially took some response, some feedbacks from Anshum, Pragya, and Digvijay earlier. How are you going to command now this that point exactly relevant in the situation. So for Digvijay, could you please come up with the idea? I'm just going to talk about the prompt now. How I'm going to prompt my AI. Initially I just told you about how exactly it works, but now I'm just going to introduce how to give it command, how to prompt it.
So you want me to suggest a prompt?
Yep.
Okay, so suggest me a latest Google, sorry, iPhone uh, within the range of 60 to 80,000, and
Okay.
it should be, uh, if it is best. So I mean, I will also give color if it is there, and storage.
Cool. So I mean, for me, after doing like almost for 1 and 2 years of prompting, I realized this is the best way to get the best possible result. Even after gathering a lot of information from the top notch AI prompt engineer available in the country, or the worldwide, I realized these the magic formula This is the magic formula which is essential for us to get the best possible result. So you can see the three steps in here, like one more is available. I'll show you this next slide, but that is essentially not required. This is why I did not add it on this particular slide. So first of all, it becomes essential for us to make the AI model understand what its role and what is the work you want to get it done, and in what way, in what form you want to get it done. So for this particular webinar, I took the example of a mail. For instance, if we just want to, since it's not that much, not much professional or sort of industrial, you can say, webinar. This is why and we didn't do it, but otherwise we could practice this example as well. For instance, we could send an email to all the group member of Nitaya, and we could inform them, we are hosting a webinar on this particular date and time, and you are welcome to join it. And how this, and also to make the email more relevant and more attractive, so that we can get more and more group members to join in our this particular webinar. So for instance, if I just want to write an email to all the group members, how I'm going to prompt it this way. So for instance, initially, I'll be giving the context. Basically, I'm gonna provide a role to the AI model as suggested by Anshum earlier. So in this case, you can see on my screen, it is saying that you are an experienced email copywriter who has written for brands. There's some typing mistake, since I made this rise within seconds or minutes only. That's why there is some typing mistake. So you who has written thousands of email for brands like Apple, Facebook, Amazon, or whatsoever company you feel like that it's good, and do a lot of email writing. So basically, you have given the role. Then the next sentence, you are going to give the task. For instance, write launch email for the new webinar of Nitaya group members on prompt engineering. Now the AI model has got the role. It is experienced model, okay, and then the task as well. What I generally do is I also mention, for instance, you are an amazing mail writer or the copywriter who has written mails, who has been writing mails for the Facebook or Amazon for the last 10 years, or for the 5 years, or maybe the 15 years. Then it can start acting like this, the experienced one, okay. Then I give the task. Later on, I give the instructions. For instance, make the copy over the top fun and design to resonate with an audience of 18-year-old, or maybe the 30 years old, whomsoever your targeted audience is, all trying to figure their work around ChatGPT and other AI tools. Focus a lot on user working in marketing, tech, product design roles, manager, CA, whatever your targeted audience is. And then and that's how this webinar is going to helpful for them. And also, we are going to talk about the interesting things that will be covered, like hacks, some tools, or the prompt collections. Probably I'll be sharing a list of prompt tools which is really going to helpful for the people who are into marketing or maybe in the managing role. So these are the major three things you need to add while making a prompt or giving a command to your AI model or the tool. Also, if you have got the fourth thing, you also can add this one, the data. In this particular case, we can say also include a review from Pragya or the page, who said that the webinar is mind-blowing and it's going to help all those who want to stay relevant to the present year. You also get familiar, how to make your life easier, and can get your work done just in few time only. So this is the basic basic way to prompt to get the best possible result. Now, if there are anyone who's having query about this prompting method, you can ask me right away, or otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and let Pragya know about how to get your things done, especially if you are doing something on daily basis. Probably you are writing a lot of content over LinkedIn every single day, or maybe you are a blogger, or maybe you write a lot of content over the Facebook or Instagram. Then how to get those things. Basically, what you need to do is you just need to make your AI tool smarter. That how, in what context you write, what is your writing way, what sort of content you upload over a particular platform, and this is how you train your AI tool and can make it a AI generator. And after just giving a topic, you'll get the exactly same content what you upload every single day on any platform you want, also in the same style which you adapt in day-to-day life, so that nobody gets to know that it's not you, that it is you, not your AI tool or something. And or also you are not cooking up the information. This is something which is coming out of your brain directly. So you can train your brain, you can train your AI model this way as well. Yes, Anshum, please.
So whatever the rules you're teaching, it's irrespective of the version, right?
Yep.
Like, because I haven't explored the ChatGPT 5 and also that's my
So,
doubt.
what I realize is I've been using it for a while. So I also worked on the previous one and the upgraded one as well. The only difference between them, the upgraded version is getting better. It is having more information, more knowledge, and it can work more effectively. That's it. Um, Prompting style doesn't affect at all. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to go ahead and since it is going to directly help the Pragya out for her LinkedIn profile. Uh, I'm just presenting the markdown prompting. It is essential. If you just simply command your AI model once, and what, and then every single day, you just give it a topic, and all the information will be in this form. For instance, on the day-to-day searches, what you do is you basically give it a role. Then what you do is then you give it a task, then instruction and data if you have any. But when it comes to your day-to-day life, social media platforms, for instance LinkedIn or the Facebook or any other, then you can use this particular way, this particular style. What you can do is you can just give uh, the command once to your AI model and just tell them this is my way. Or also, I'll make you familiar, how to give command in such format. you know I'll suggest, you just try feeding the information in this format to the AI model. And also, if you can give some data of yours as well. For instance, if you have written some content in the past, you can also give that in this particular format. And then and then the magic will happen. You just give it a command. For instance, maybe you are a tech freak who just, or maybe the AI freak who just quite stay updated with the technology happening in any industry. Or maybe if there is any changes or upgradation are happening in the AI industry, what all you need to do is just give it a command that this topic or this version of Grok has been introduced. Give me a LinkedIn post or the Facebook post about it. And what's gonna do, it gonna simply give it the all information in your precise format, in what way, whatever way you write it. Probably you are a person who just use a lot of emojis, so you will be getting a lot of emojis in your writing. If you're a person who just write a long paragraph, so you will be getting it in long paragraph ways. There are few people who just breaks sentences and in the 3 or 4 parts in the sentence I'm talking about. Then similar way you also get the your results. But I think this markdown prompting formula is the best formula, which you can use for your AI models. And probably in the next meeting, when I'll be introducing all the AI models available, to make your life easy, then I'll be showing you how this markdown prompting works. And I'll also show you how you can make your own AI model with the help of those AI model, which will be giving you the only relevant data, whichever is required for you, not the irrelevant ones. I recently created one of the music and the lyrics generator for me. So I just told this particular AI generator, this is my style. I love hip hop, and sometimes, I love the non-contemporary music. and this is the lyrics I love the most. These words I want you to add in my lyrics all the time, since I'm really passionate about it. So you'll be getting the relevant information only. Have you noticed why I add hash and the star marks you know in front, like in prefix and suffix of role, objective, context, instructions, and notes? This is how these AI models understand our language. Whenever you give a command to a chat gpt or chat or Google Gemini, whenever you get the result, and if you copy and paste the same content over anywhere, you get it exactly in the same format. You will be getting it in hash, and then star and then words, in sentences, information, then star. This is how you get. So this hash is nothing but you are basically sort of highlighting, this is very crucial information, what you need to work upon, or you have to be very precise while searching or giving me a result. And these star are also indicating that stay within this limit only. For instance, you give it a role, or as we earlier did it, that for instance, that you are an experienced email copywriter who has written for many brands like Apple and Facebook and Amazon. So you will be writing it in this format only, and then the information you'll be getting is quite precise. You may not need to edit even a single word in that particular result. So this is how it works. And if you want to take a screenshot, you can do it right away, or if you want me to send it over in the group, I can do that as well. And the next time, probably I'll be showing you how it exactly works. For now, if you have any questions, you please ask.
Let's have a quick quiz, and see how people have been responding.
I hope everyone is available here. Nobody's there who just recording the session, probably with the help of AI tool. Which one is not part of a good pro?
People, can you choose one option?
Yeah, for sure.
ChatGPT, of course.
It is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not a prompt. It is not task. It is chat.
I'm just checking if people are.
Okay. No, we are not able. Okay. I guess we need to install and join first. Huh?
Okay, cool. So here correct option is of course ChatGPT.
Digvijay, for your kind information, for this particular thing, we need to install this application called Polls and Question under Google Workspace Marketplace. Okay.
Yes, I think I have installed already, but I think everyone should have it in their Google account.
True. But we could do that if we were pre-informed. Huh? Anyway,
we will add this in our next session.
For sure.
So hi Akib, would you like to share your thoughts? Hi Rehan.
So I don't have any thoughts, but I do have some questions. It's a general question. You might have heard it from many different others as well. Um, what jobs do you think would not be disrupted by this AI rise?
Digvijay,
I think this is like slightly out of the context. If you have anything related to prompt or prompt engineering, you can ask that. It's good for discussion, but I'll give it that to Tezz. If you want to take this question, please go ahead.
Dipesh, I do not understand the question. Could you please repeat that for me?
No, I was talking about incentive payment. Which job do you think would not be affected by this AI rise? I was asking that.
See, Rehan, what I have experienced in the last 2 years almost, that every no job going to get affected, but what I believe is the one who's not updated with the AI is certainly get affected for sure. See, like what I believe is AI is not sort of killing or affecting our job, it is just making our job much easier. That's it. Yeah, please Akib.
So, first of all, thank you so much, Tej, for conducting this master session. A lot of insights that you have shared is useful to us.
Akib, you are not audible.
Am I not audible to you guys? Hello, hello, check.
Yeah, you are audible. If you can't raise your voice, I will repeat the question.
No
So please go
problem.
ahead.
So, thank you so much, Tej, for doing this. A lot of the insight that you have shared is good for us to, really use artificial intelligence in our day-to-day life. I have a question, which is the kind of output I receive out of ChatGPT, Gemini, or Perplexity, a lot of these AI tools, right? I can't use, of course, when I'm doing it for my own consumption, it is good. But I have to, when I have to share those write ups, when I have to share those essays or emails, which I get as an output of these tools, they are way more, filled with vocabulary, which can be easily identified that isn't it is a nice AI output and something which I've used. So, how do we tone down the kind of language it comes out to make it conversational, to make it look like it is an output from a human side? So, that is something if you can help, if you have some prompt which
Yeah,
can
for
help.
sure. Akib,
Yeah.
just give me a second. Yes, Akib. So, as I mentioned earlier as well, that all you need to do is, first you need to understand which tool to use where. When you just mentioned that Perplexity, Perplexity is not a tool for generating things, but it is amazing when it comes to the research part. So, I mean, you have to be very precise and need to understand which tool to use where. For instance, in this for this making this presentation, I used Gamma. But if I just want the Gamma to write an application or an email for me, it would fail me very bad. So this is the tools understanding is essential for you initially. And the second thing is, in the last, I showed you a format. I can show it again if you want. Just give me a sec. I told you, you need to train your AI. you know what is your format. What you all need to do is, you just need to just give me a sec. See this markdown prompting, we call it. What you wanted to do is, you basically give it a command. What is your role? For instance, if you want AI to write emails for you, so just simply give command to the AI tool that, this basically you need to make it a generator, AI generator, less like a AI model who can search for you and write emails, but it will become more like a generator for you, or an assistant who can exactly understand your way to write emails, who can understand exactly the word you use on day-to-day life, on your style. So for that, you need to make your AI model a tool. So I'll recommend that, you please do join my next Sunday webinar. There I'll be introducing all the AI tools, and I'll be letting you know which tool is relevant in which situation, and also how to teach or train your AI model, so that it can give you the exactly the same thing which you produce in day-to-day life.
Tej, I had a question. So, when we use Chat GPT, there is a system which says that you can make your preference and all those things. Where we mention that I'm a chartered accountant, uh, having so and so location or CA firm, working in CA firm or something like that, and give me answers in more professional and these kinds of what we feel. But what you told about prompt, then if I had fed it that much into the chat GPT module, I don't know whether it where it is. There is a column where customize GPT, and you mention these things. So still, you think that while giving any prompt, we need to mention about these all those things which we are expecting. I hope I'm able to clear my
No,
question.
Pragya, no, Pragya, just once only while training your model. Okay. So the next time, what I'll do is, you please assign me a task probably on Saturday or maybe the early morning in Sunday. I'll show you how we can make a customized AI generator for you. So we will not be teaching that the AI model that you are a CA, but we'll be just sort of will make you a manager, and we are going to assign this particular work for your agent, the AI generator, and we'll be asking the AI model to do work in this way. And next time, so once you have given the command this AI model, the next time you need not to write this much long or in this precise format only. Just give it in a command in a single line only, like you did earlier, that Apple product within 20,000, but the result you will be getting in the way which I mentioned earlier. Okay.
Got it. So my second question, in line with the first one, that if suppose we are tend to search so many things on on Chat GPT or Perplexity or any of the AI tools. So what you are suggesting us is, in one of the chats, I'll ask him to be the finance expert. The other one, if I'm doing a LinkedIn write up, so I will ask him to be a writing expert. The other way, I'm asking a career guidance, so shall I ask the career consultant or something like that? Every chat will have a different role altogether.
We can do that, but I would suggest not to do that. For instance, if you want to assign for instance, if you want to hire a cook for you, so you do not expect your cook to write emails for you, or maybe to iron your clothes, since the model is good at cooking only, right? So I'll recommend to make multiple AI generators for you, and it will be saved in your browser. You just click on your model, and you can give it a name that it is your career. You can give it a name that it is your career model, AI model, or this is your that servant, or this is your that servant, like this is your cook, this is your probably your maid, or someone, house help, something. So you can create multiple AI models for that, huh?
And with the same AI tool, like if chat
Yeah.
GPT, I can have 10 different chat GPTs with the same login.
Yep.
Okay, I'm not aware. Probably need to learn that.
I'll make you do that. I'll make you do that
Here I
and on the next Sunday for sure. Also, I'll suggest one more thing. What I do is, initially I start relying on a single model only, but I found sometimes in certain situations, I found the Google Gemini was far better than ChatGPT. In fact, I recently compared that ChatGPT, like GPT-5 is in lacking somewhere Google Gemini in certain contexts, in few contexts only, but in other it is winning over the Google Gemini.
Okay, Anshum has raised her hand, so
Yes, Anshum,
let's hear it
please.
from Anshum.
So when we go for the GPT Plus and Pro, so they allow us to create a projects. So in that projects we don't need to create the, so that's the like Pragya your doubt, but
Yeah.
that's the paid one.
So, Anshum, since all these AI creators like Altman, Sam Altman, and more, like Elon Musk creating Grok, they also want to make some money. So there are few tools which is offering it for free, like Google Gemini offers it for free. If you want to, we call it Google Gems. If you want to create AI model for yourself, like customized generator for yourself, you can create it over Google for free. But in GPT, you have to be a pro member for that. You have to pay some money, for this. It is not all free. Yeah, few tools are free and few tools are paid, huh?
That works. If it is that much worthy, why won't we be ready to pay if we are getting this much extra benefits what others are not getting? So let me try this. I've never heard about it as well, that multiple projects we can create.
Yeah, we'll be doing it on the next Sunday for sure. Also, today I discovered one more thing. What you all need to do is, you just need to be more creative, more eager to learn with it, and more playful with these AI models. What I did today I was just making making sort of song about something about my last journey I visited in Lucknow and some other place in Ayodhya. So I just try to create a lyrics to make a song for those, and I was not satisfied the results. So what I did is just start challenging it, start just like humans, we start defaming the people, we start scolding the people, right? Oh, I'm not satisfied with the result. What is this? I don't like the shit, blah blah, so on. And eventually we get our work done in more better way. The same thing I also experienced today itself while using the chat GPT. What I did is I said, I really appreciate the lyrics which you just given me, but I believe I gave the same command to the Google Gemini, and the lyrics I received from Google Gemini was 10 out of 10, and the lyrics you are offering me is nothing more than 5 out of 10. I want you to think harder and come again. I want you to win over Google Gemini and also get our lyrics with a rating of 10 out of 10. Please think harder and come again with more precise, more better viral lyrics for me. So, and I eventually found an amazing lyrics, and started creating song over that.
So basically, Sharma ji ka beta technique works for AI as well.
Actually, it is working. Dipesh, it is working. Give it a try.
I'll surely try for that because that's a very creative approach. I'll ask ChatGPT that Gemini is better than you. You are a piece of shit, and you are a loser. Probably.
But also make sure that you have given it good prompt before that, right?
Hope it doesn't consider a psychologist.
Hope it may not backfire like these days it is coming now. Even Sharma ji has done something great, so your Gemini will be, your chat GPT will say, even Dipesh, others are doing better than you.
Yeah. Also like if you people are afraid of losing your data, maybe this AI will steal your data. If you're afraid of this, then we have got various versions of, you can install it, like I did it in case of Perplexity only. I just installed the offline version of it, and it also works the same efficient, same way, unless we get a better update, only then it will be outdated. Otherwise you can use the offline version of it, the installed version of it. So I did that same for me as well. I don't Google, I don't use these AI tools over Google, since I feel like every command I give it to is this model, it's going to be copied for the future. It certainly happens, it's in our history, but somewhere it is helpful for us as well, since this AI model understand us well better, what sort of history we are having, and what our expectation from the model, and it eventually give us the better or the more relevant, which is more sensible results.
Which AI tool are you talking about when it comes to privacy?
I mean, see, like, actually I cannot trust any right now. I cannot trust any.
Actually, there's one of the reels I saw where Palki Sharma, popular journalist, he talks about how our private therapy sessions with ChatGPT can be easily accessed by OpenAI employees. So that's a concerning part. Forget about ChatGPT, but this is nothing new. Even Google did it, and Google has been spying on us for like a decade or so, as long as I've been using it. In fact, every company has our data. So that's how things are.
See, actually I don't have money for right now. Otherwise, if I really wanted to spend some money, I could make one of my AI agent to act like me and conduct the entire session on my behalf. I could do that as well with the help of AI, Gen AI. Yeah? Gen AI have this sort of capability. It can create agents like me. It can talk to you like me in the same language, same tone, and I will be visible on the screen, like I'm actually available there. And I did it earlier once, but that time I consumed all the free credits, but now it's asking for the money, and I don't want to use. I don't want. I had one more thing to do it. What I could do is I could create one more Gmail account for me, and I could, so that I could